I have had what is known in the business as a long fucking day. So I'm probably not even going to really edit this video. I think I'm just going to upload the sort of the raw file. So please bear with me. I'm extremely tired. I had a comp today, so I wasn't really sure what I was going to end up filming for this video. And as it turns out, I was so tired and also busy that I didn't really get the chance to film anything good while I was there. So I'm just doing this instead, talking about how tired I am. So I only got 2 hours of sleep last night, and that is partly because my sleep schedule currently prevents me from being able to fall asleep before like 2 in the morning, which is always good, and also the fact that I needed to get up at like 4:15 for my train because it's quite early. So yeah, so that's what happened. I got 2 hours of sleep. And I got up, and it's like a half an hour walk ish to the train station from my house. And my train was at just after 5:30, so I set off about 5. Got to the train station perfectly on time. Looked up at the board and saw that my train had been cancelled, which is a fantastic start to any day. And that was the first I knew about it while I was like at the station. And then a couple of minutes later, I got a ping through on my phone to say that the train had been cancelled, which would have been nice to know before it's set off. Got up at like whatever o'clock in the morning. And yeah, the next one in the direction that I needed to go in was not for another hour, and like I said, it's about half an hour between my house and the station, so I couldn't really like go back home at all to wait. I really didn't feel like waiting in the cold and the dark at the station for a full hour for the next train. So I had a look, and there was another train going in the same direction, departing from the next station along. And that was also in like just under an hour, it was in like 50 minutes or something from when I was there. And this is again a place that I've walked into from home a lot. It's in like the next town over, and it's I say the next town is like one big area. It's technically a different town, but it's really easy to walk into. And it normally takes me about an hour to go from mine to the centre of that town. And I'd done half an hour already, so half an hour left. The train station is a little bit further out, but I thought like 15 minutes. I'll have plenty of time to walk there, so I set off walking. And as I got into the centre of the town, it became increasingly clear that I would not have enough time to walk to the train station. This is the point where I point out that I also could have got a bus, but I didn't want to do that because then I figured the bus would take like 10 minutes to get there, and then I'd still be waiting for like 40 minutes at the next train station. And by the time I thought maybe I should have got a bus, I wasn't convinced that the next buses would have got me there quite on time. So, of course, I had to jog. And that jog turned into a little bit of a run, and for about like 10 minutes, and I was extremely tired and knackered my feet, knackered my knees because I am old and I am not in good shape at the minute, unfortunately. So that was not fun at all. But on the plus side, I made it through the ticket barriers, and literally as the train door was closing, I got onto the platform. The guard saw me and he let me get on. So that was very good. I managed to make the second train, which was leaving slightly before the one that I would have waited for at the original station. And means that instead of being an hour later than anticipated, I would only be half an hour later than anticipated. Which, given that I was getting to the comp location like an hour before the comp was due to sort of start and all of that, I thought that would be fine. And so I had to make a change in the middle of this journey, and so I got to the station I was changing at, and then the subsequent train was also delayed by about 25 minutes. So really, if I just honestly, in all like totality, if I just sat and waited the hour for the next train, I would have got to the place where the comp was at about like 10 minutes after I actually did. So it almost wasn't even worth it, which is really, really annoying. But either way, I knew I was going to miss the tutorial by that point, which is annoying because I normally help out with that. But I wasn't going to miss 3x3 or anything, so it was all good. And I went to Sainsbury's on the way to get some breakfast, and I was going to get a can of Monster because I already knew that I was going to need to stay awake. And I went into Sainsbury's and they did not have any Monster, so it just felt like it was going from bad to worse at that point. The walk was long; it was up a hill to the venue. I was already obviously tired and hot and sweaty from from the run and all of that. Um, I got to the venue. My first the first half of all of my rounds, I had like 8 or 9 rounds, I think. Or actually, it was like, well, how many was it? Yeah, no, it was 8. I had 8 rounds, and genuinely the first like 4 or 5 were all dreadful. Um, the first half of the comp was not good at all. Um, on the plus side, I did get to go to Popeyes for lunch, which is like almost, I would say, made everything worth it. Because I absolutely love Popeyes, and I was like, I haven't been in like 8 months because there are none near me. But yeah, I knew that was always going to be my plan, and so that being able to look forward to that was very nice. The other problem though was the Popeyes was like it was like 20 minutes walk from the venue, which isn't too bad. But again, the place Brighton where the comp was is very very hilly, so I had to go up and down a lot of hills, which again my knees and my feet did not thank me for. Another thing was as well, I've got a new pair of boots that I bought like a few weeks ago, I think, um, and I wanted to wear them to the new comp. And they have a slight heel, it's like 2.5 inches, something like that. It's not even that bad. I've walked in way higher heels than that before, for like long periods of time as well. So I thought it wasn't going to be too big of a deal. And I even like deliberately didn't put them on until I got to the comp. Like I wore my trainers, obviously because I knew I was gonna have to like walk to the station and all of that, and then to the venue. So I was literally only going to wear them in the venue and like change into my trainers again to go for lunch and all of that. And still my feet were just absolutely killing me. Um, and it's like especially I noticed when going up the hills that like my thighs just above my knees were really aching as well. um yeah, but fortunately the later rounds of the day were quite good. I very nearly got some good clock results, and although I didn't, it's still just like closer than I've been, so I know I can do well. I just need a couple more tries at it. I got three blind PRs, which was really nice because I've been working towards that. I had a PR2 OH average as well, and yeah, decent results. And also Ben got 3 blind NR single, which was really cool. Um, yeah, it was pretty fun comp. It was good. And then we went to the pub a little bit afterwards, and I was really tired, and I wasn't going to stay for that long. And then we ended up like staying for a bit longer than I had anticipated. But again, it was kind of fun. And then I go to get on the train back, which is like the same route, just in reverse. And the first leg this time absolutely fine, so that was all good. Lulled me into a false sense of security because when I got to the change, again my train was delayed by about 20 or 25 minutes. So yeah, all in all, I have had a very very long day. I am I'm gonna do the delay repay and get the money back on those trains because it was like really irritating more than anything else, and also like led to me accidentally inadvertently wrecking my body for most of the day. So that's always good fun. Yeah, I am extremely tired, um, and so I'm probably just going to go to bed now. I'm going to upload this and then just go straight to bed. So, yeah, apologies if you're hoping for something more out of like a comp day, but hopefully the next time, it being, I mean, this was only a 1 day comp. Almost all of the comps in the UK that I go to at least are 2 days. So, yeah, hopefully the next time that I have a comp day in this, something a bit more interesting will happen, and I can share that with you. But yeah, until then, I will see you tomorrow.